And then lastly, let's go to open, and I'll show you how to pop an image in. And I was lucky enough to find this tree because it's already on a, a clear background, so I didn't have to cut it out. So let's see if I can just move that over. Oops. I don't know if, hold on. Let me just go edit, select all, and then image, edit, copy, and then we'll go over here and I'll control V and paste it in. And then I'll go to edit, free transform, and then I'll shrink that down. I'm going to hold shift, shrink it down, and then let go of shift and move it. I'm going to hold shift, drag it, shrink it down, let go of shift, and then I'll click on it so I can move it. Holding shift, shrinking it down, there. So now we could put some trees out there. Like we could leave it big and kind of have like part of the branches showing on this side if we wanted to, you know. You can get it behind the building. Like to do that, I would kind of place it like so it's on this plane, so it's right on the horizon line, and then I could erase this and it would look behind the building. Or I can move it, whoops, like here and just make it a little bigger. Just kind of place it in there. And then what I did in here was I used the same tree, and I did put these ones behind the building, and then I copied the same tree, made it a little bigger, and then I used the same trick. They were separate layers, so then I just went to enhance brightness contrast, and I took the contrast down and made it a little lighter, so it looks like that tree is behind that tree. Do you see how if the color is brighter, it looks like it's more in front? That's just color perspective. And then I did a different tree on this side. Now with this tree, I had to cut it out from the background, so I'll show you that real quick. I'm not going to add the people for this demo, but because they were done the same way. But this tree I had to cut out of the background. You see how it's white? So I did like a real quick, oops, this is the polygonal tool. Hold on, I gotta get rid of that. Oh, let go. Hold on, edit, undo. Okay, so now I want the rope again. And in Photoshop, there's this cool thing you can do with the eraser tool where you can do a magic eraser and it'll erase the entire white background for me so I don't have to cut this out. But I don't think there's a way to do that in this program. I think that's one of the limitations of it. Because the magic eraser is cool. You just pick a color and it deletes all of that color. So it makes this so much easier. So if you find a way to do that, just let me know. But see, here's the magic selecting tool. Ooh, you know what I could do? Let me undo that. I could select all the white area there, and I could hold shift down and select these white areas here. See, there's always a way around everything. As many white areas as I can get in there. Whoops, too much. So let's just say edit, and then we'll select the invert selection. So now we got the tree. So I'll say Control X, I'll cut the tree out. I'll go to my picture, Control V, and I got the tree in. And then I'll go to edit, select all, free transform. And then I'll make it smaller. I'm holding shift and I'm dragging the corner in. And then I'm moving that. And see how we still have some white areas in there? We can get in there with our eraser now and take care of the rest of that. But you know, we can put our, maybe we want this tree over here. We can make it nice and big. But then we cover up our building. You probably shouldn't do that because I need to see your building. So don't do that too much. So we'll put both of the trees back here and make them small. And then see, what I didn't like is how the trees kind of cover up the building. So that's why I put some of the trees behind the building. And then what I can do here is I can use this polygonal lasso tool again, find my building. And then what I can do if I want to see the building more, I can click on that feeds with a string. I think I mentioned that. Turn the opacity of that down. Then we'll go back to our tree layer here. We're on it. Then I can follow this building just real quick. There, we'll highlight the building here. Oops. Oh, come on. I don't know why that did that. Let me get it back. So highlight the building and then take the eraser. And now we can erase, like, we don't have to be all careful and stuff because it's only going to erase what's in the highlight. So edit and then deselect all, And then we'll take the opacity of our tree back up. And now it's behind the building. So hopefully that's where we want it, because now if we move the tree, you know, it's erased. So, but that can kind of create that cool effect, and I don't like this down here either. So that's that. And then you can just add your people the same way. You know, use your highlight tool, use the magic highlight tool here if you want, and then you can add the people on like I did in this sample. So that's pretty much it. Ta-da! And then, you know, if I was going to finish this off, you know, I'd probably want these lines to be like light gray instead. So think when you're making your sidewalk lines, maybe you want to use a thin light gray line so it looks more natural. And then you can color inside the building too in the same way. So just finish it off. And if you want to get real fancy, you can stack forms. I could have added another building up here, you know, by extending this line up and then taking the corners back. You know, I could have made a top to this or whatever. But for all intents and purposes, this would be a fine project sample. Just make sure you finish it off nice and color it in. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you learned a little about color perspective. Just remember, colors should be brighter and things should be in more detail the closer they are to you, and they should be lighter and fade to like a bluer color the further away they get from you. And with objects, too, the further they get away from you, the lighter they will appear. Closer things should be brighter. So keep those things in mind with color perspective, and good luck. Thanks for watching, and bye.